Have you ever jumped off a diving board and thought to yourself, how am I able to stand at the end of the diving board without falling in? Well, the answer is, a diving board is actually just a cantilever. But what even is a cantilever? Well, a cantilever is just a beam that's supported at one end but not the other that carries a load. So if this is our diving board, this would be the board right here, and this would be the person ready to jump off into the water. Other examples of cantilevers are cranes, houses, and even your arm. Let's check it out. All you need is a bag with some sort of weight in it. I'm using a jug of milk. Next, take your bag and place it on your arm closest to your body. And then you're going to gradually take the bag and move it to the other side of your arm and place it on your fingertips. Pause the video right now and make a prediction of what's going to happen as the bag gets closer to your fingertips. Did the same thing happen for you that happened for me? Was the bag harder to keep up in the air when it was by your fingertips? That's because that's the unsupported side of the cantilever, and your arm over here is the supported side of the cantilever. It's much easier to hold the weight here than it is on your fingertips. So there are actually two types of cantilevers. The one that I showed you earlier, which is called a simple cantilever, and there's also one called a beamed cantilever that has a little bit extra support right here. For an activity, I thought about pirate ships, because pirate ships have planks which are really similar to diving boards, which means they also must be cantilevers. So I used materials from inside and outside Science East and went to the backyard and built a giant cantilever. I wanted Kaylee to be able to walk the plank and see if she could be supported at the end of the cantilever. Let's check it out. Here is Kaylee walking the plank on our homemade cantilever. Pause the video right now and think about how you'd fix our problem. This is what we did. After watching our activity, you'll notice that our first try did not work out very well. But that's okay. In doing science experiments, there's always room to grow and improve on and try again and again. So we went back to the drawing board, we made a new plan, and we tried again, and it worked so much better. I would love for you guys to make your own homemade cantilevers at home with a parent's help. Please share with us on Facebook your results from your cantilevers. Thanks!